Andrew Carl Wilk is with us. Andrew, good evening.
Hey, Rob, how are you, buddy?
Good. Let me just calm the audience down here.
They're on their feet. They're going crazy.
Yeah. Andrew, you got a standing O before you even said, you know exactly what's going on. Hey, thank you.
Wow, that's lovely.
Thank you very much for joining us. Just set up Lincoln Center a little bit, would you, for all of our listeners? And Andrew, I will say that we've got a lot of young folks that listen to us who are trying to work their way into the business, and we have a lot of older folks that are probably a little bit more familiar with Lincoln Center Live. But would you kind of set it up for us?
It is perhaps the largest performing arts center in the world, certainly one with probably the greatest reputation. It is 16 acres of fine arts, and we are the home of the Metropolitan Opera. We're the home of the acclaimed New York Philharmonic, the home of the Juilliard School of American Ballet, Lincoln Center Theater. There's so much that goes on in that campus that it's just astounding on any given day. Over 3,000 performances are given a year.
Oh my
I
heavens.
just do the TV part of it, but I'm just thrilled to be there.
How many TV things do you do a year?
We do, really kind of depends upon our season, we do anywhere between, say, 7 and 12 shows a year.
Wow. Andrew, there is, specifically, I wanted to have you on this evening because you've got an event coming up tomorrow night on PBS, I believe? On
PBS, nationwide, you bet.
Tell us about it.
So this season, which is our 39th season, we're on the precipice of beginning our 40th season, which will be phenomenally exciting. So we're just finishing up a series of 3 American songbook specials. The first was with Bettina Miller, who's the Tony Award-winning star of Pippin on Broadway.
She is really amazing. I saw her perform out here at the Talent Critics Association a couple months ago.
Indeed. That was followed last week by James Naughton, who is a multiple Tony winner himself. He was in City of Angels and Chicago. And tomorrow night we're featuring Jason Isbell in a show called Moving Forward. Jason is an amazing country musician from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, home to perhaps the greatest guitarists and musicians in the business. He has an amazing career. He was practically predestined for it. He started writing songs at a very, very early age. He joined a rock group called Drive-By Truckers that some of your listeners may know. He's wrote and recorded with the Truckers through 3 albums in 6 years. He came out with a solo album. He's teamed with a new band called the 400 Unit, which is, strangely enough, a colloquial name for a former psychiatric ward of an Alabama hospital. I won't go there.
It sounds to me more like something that would be brewed off in the bushes. 400 units of coming. We got some good clear stuff coming in. So, but Jason's. So, is it a one-man show that he's doing tomorrow night?
No, it is Jason and his fabulous band. His wife guest stars with him tomorrow night. She plays fiddle, but it is a big band. Keyboard, several guitars, drums, of course. I mean, it is a typical big country and western band.
PBS is just screaming now with the success of Downton Abbey and Sherlock Holmes. And how are the performance arts playing now on television? Better, worse, up, down? Give us a quick appraisal, would you?
Well, listen, as you probably know, Rob, I started the National Geographic Channel, so I'm used to the competitive nature of television in general. I think television is it is not a career for the faint of heart. We live and we watch television and we consume media on all kinds of platforms in a very, very fragmented world. I think that PBS is struggling for its ratings and its relevancy. I think PBS has never had a more successful time than right now, and I think that they're thriving in this very competitive landscape. I think the arts is a small part of what PBS does. We'd love to see them doing more and more of it, but I think that under the care and tutelage of Donald Toms, who's in charge of arts programming for PBS, that they're doing a fine job of grouping it together on Friday nights and during other times. So we're very, very lucky to have our friends and colleagues at PBS.
Andrew Carl Wilk, executive producer of Live from the Lincoln Center, thank you so much for being with us tonight on Hollywood Headliners. You're like a real Hollywood guy, Andrew.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.